אותם מונה מספר הכל
Please renew my spirit as you renew my world.
הרופא נשבור אליו
You renew the women as you renew the moon. Please renew my spirit as you renew my world.
לכולם שמות יקרא
ברוכה את שכינה שעשתני אישה מחדשת את הנשמה עם הלבנה ברוכה את שכינה שעשתני אישה מחדשת את הנשמה עם הלבנה You renew the women as you renew the moon. Please renew my spirit as you renew my womb. You renew the women as you renew the moon. Please renew my spirit as you renew my womb. ברוכה את שכינה שעשתני אישה מחדשת את הנשמה עם הלבנה ברוכה את שכינה שעשתני אישה מחדשת את הנשמה עם הלבנה You renew the women as you renew the moon. Please renew my spirit as you renew my womb. You renew the women as you renew the moon. Please renew my spirit as you renew my womb. ברוכה את שכינה שעשתני אישה מחדשת את הנשמה עם הלבנה You renew the women as you renew the moon. Please renew my spirit as you renew my womb. You renew the women as you renew the moon. Please renew my spirit as you renew my womb. ברוכה את שכינה שעשתני אישה מחדשת את הנשמה עם הלבנה ברוכה את שכינה שעשתני אישה מחדשת את הנשמה עם הלבנה. You renew the women as you renew the moon. Please renew my spirit as you renew my womb. You renew the women as you renew the moon. Please renew my spirit as you renew my womb. Brucha at Shechina שעשתני אישה, מחדשת את הנשמה עם הלבנה. ברוכה את שכינה שעשתני אישה, מחדשת את הנשמה עם הלבנה. You renew the women as you renew the moon. Please renew my spirit as you renew my womb. You renew the women as you renew the moon. Please renew my spirit as you renew my womb. ברוכה את שכינה שעשתני אישה, מחדשת את הנשמה עם הלבנה. You renew the women as you renew the moon. Please renew my spirit as you renew my womb. You renew the women as you renew the moon. Please renew my spirit as you renew my womb. ברוכה את שכינה שעשתני אישה, מחדשת את הנשמה עם הלבנה. ברוכה את שכינה שעשתני אישה, מחדשת את הנשמה עם הלבנה. You renew the women as you renew the moon. Please renew my spirit as you renew my womb. You renew the women as you renew the moon. Please renew my spirit as you renew my womb. ברוכה את שכינה שעשתני אישה, מחדשת את הנשמה עם הלבנה. ברוכה את שכינה שעשתני אישה, מחדשת מחדשת את הנשמה עם הלבנה. מחדשת את הנשמה עם הלבנה.
Chodesh Tov and welcome to OneShul. I'm Kohenet Katsira and I'm so pleased to be back here with you again tonight for Rosh Chodesh Cheshvan. So a little bit of a late start tonight because I accidentally told some people that we'd be doing the service on Facebook Live, and I was trying to figure out if I could do this both at the same time, but for some reason my ability to do Facebook Live seems to be gone from my iPad, so no clue. Good thing I didn't plan on doing it that way. I posted the link to tonight's Siddur in the chat room. I'll post it again. It's just bit.ly/Cheshvan 5777. So Cheshvan with a CH. And I guess I am really glad right now that I decided to do Rosh Chodesh a couple of days early instead of doing an experiment of while I'm traveling and on the road and suddenly not having it work on my iPad for some reason. I have no idea why it doesn't want to work. So maybe some people will be joining us as we go on and they figure out where we are. All right, so our service, as each month, we come together as a community to welcome in the new month, give thanks for the month that has passed, and ask for strength in the month to come, and open ourselves up to receiving blessings of divine energy. So we have an intimate group tonight, but we will still do our service sort of in a triangular shape I'm seeing right now. So I know we've been listening to the music for a few minutes, but let's just take a moment to center ourselves here and now. Being present in this place, this shared space between the worlds. And we'll begin with our Baruch Hu. And as always, I will ask you to share in the chat room what is the name you wish to be sung in as tonight, whether it be your English name, your Hebrew name, another spiritual name, a word, a sound. Don't do a sound. That's too hard. If you're really feeling a sound, do a sound. Something that resonates with you tonight as you move into this space and out of Tishrei and into the month of Cheshvan. Baruch Hu, dear one, Shekhinah, holy name. When I call call on the light of my soul, I come home. Baruch Hu, dear one, Shekhinah, holy name. When I call on the light of my soul, I come home. Baruch Hu, dear one, Daniel, holy name. When I call on the light of my soul, I come home. Baruch Hu, dear one, Shekhinah, holy name. When I call on the light of my soul, I come home. Baruch Hu, dear one, Aluma, holy name. You have called on the light of your soul. Welcome home. Baruch Hu, dear one, Shekhinah, holy name. We have called on the light of our souls. We've come home. We move from presence to gratitude. All the blessings that we have received in Tishrei. What a month full of blessings with the high holy days. Such an amazing experience to be here at OneShul with so many people for the high holy days, and to personally have this as an outlet during those days. And more than a few other lessons and blessings that came my way during the entire cycle from Rosh Hashanah through Shmini Atzeret and Simchas Torah. So we'll sing our Moda Ani on page 3 of your Siddur if you need the words. And as always, let's popcorn some of those blessings into the chat room so we can appreciate what each other are grateful for. Moda ani lefanayich, Moda ani lefanayich, Ruach chai v'kayemet, Moda ani lefanecha, Moda ani lefanecha, Ruach chai v'kayam. Oh, we are grateful. Oh, we are grateful in the face of the one, in the face of the one. Moda ani lefanayich, Moda ani לפנייך רוח חי וקיימת מודה אני לפניך מודה אני לפניך רוח חי וקיים. Oh, we are grateful. Oh, we are grateful in the face of the one. In the face of the one. Oh, thank you for your sharings in the chat room. Oh, so grateful as well, Rin, for community. And Aluma, I was thinking of you and your son this High Holidays as well, since I spent part of it last High Holidays with both of you. So, and that was so amazing to get to watch him lead a service, and so good to see him hear that he is growing in his leadership and High Holidays experiences. And Rin, of course, so glad that you are recovering from an illness. I am, as I said, really grateful for High Holidays here at OneShul. At first, I was really stressed because it was just me this year and nobody else. And getting to put together a Kol Nidre service and getting to lead a Kol Nidre service. Oh, more people joining us. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. We have sung ourselves into the space, and we have just finished the official expressions of gratitude portion of our service tonight. But we have a little more time here to share some gratitudes. So, sharing my personal gratitude for High Holy Days here at OneShul, and crafting my first Kol Nidre service and leading my first Kol Nidre service, which the energy of ran through me way more emotionally than I expected, and the support of the whole community attending and in service with me was so fantastic. And also so grateful at Ne'ilah that I was able to have somebody from my broader community who doesn't live too far away join me here, physically here. I could touch them. Her and her husband join me here for Ne'ilah and Breakfast, and they're both beautiful singers, so it was really amazing to vocally be held at the end of a long fast by both of them, and then have them here to break the fast with me. So that was so fantastic. So if we have any other gratitudes we want to flow in to the chat room tonight, please feel free to do so. And just a reminder of the order of our Rosh Chodesh experience. We sing ourselves in, we do expressions of gratitude, we then do prayers for strength in the month that is opening, talk a little bit about this month that is opening, and then open to blessings through a specific prayer or chant that I select for the month. And quite the experience tonight. This is basically an all Kohenet night here at OneShul. So that's pretty fierce and amazing. It's amazing when it's a mixed community, but there's also something on certain nights where it's just an all Kohenet congregation. So I'm so blessed to have so many sisters here supporting tonight. So we're going to move into our prayers for strength. This is for the month that is opening, what we need strength for in the month of Cheshvan to manifest, accomplish, just get through whatever it is. We're going to turn the singing over to Te'ama as always. And I'll invite you, as always, to share in the chat room what it is you need strength for in this month that is opening, so we may add our blessings and love up and bless up what it is you need strength for in this month of Cheshvan. Strength for boundaries, strength for healing, strength for standing in truth, in a personal truth every day, and creating images of justice, strength for finishing and yet another draft of a dissertation, strength for walking down an open road that you asked for to be opened. And just saying Chodesh Tov to new people joining us. So for those just joining us, we have shared what we are grateful for in the month that is coming to an end. And we have just shared and sung what it is that we may need strength for in the month that is opening. And if you are called to either share a gratitude in the chat room or a need of strength in the chat room, please feel free, let us know which one it is. And we will bless that up for you. And just a note, as people are sort of rolling in tonight a little bit, the order of our service takes a very intentional course. We sing ourselves in first at the very beginning, and then in the establishment of this Rosh Chodesh practice I think I can say many years ago now, it's more than 5, it always seemed very important to me personally, and it's resonated for some time with most people who have participated either here at OneShul or at with the Rosh Chodesh community that I used to lead directly out of my home, was that we live in a culture that too often either doesn't start from gratitude, because in some cases there are real injustices that we are worked up and furious about. And in other cases, we live in a culture that has the myth of scarcity, and that we're supposed to, if we're not acting as though we don't have enough time, we don't have enough this, we don't have enough that, there's not something to complain about, that we're not living in the modern culture. And to me, that's not healthy. Beginning from a place of gratitude, to me, is spiritually a healthier place to begin. And it doesn't mean being sunshine and roses and living with rose-colored glasses on and acting like everything's all fine. And as some of the very wise teachers around gratitude practice that I've been studying, not studied directly with, Parker Palmer, Krista Tippett, many others, the idea is not that you just live in a place of like, I'm grateful for everything. Yay, everything is great. Every little thing. No, there are things that we're not grateful for. You're not grateful when you're sick. You're sick. You're miserable. We're not grateful there's injustices going on. But what we can do is find something to be grateful for in each moment and in everything. So one of the things that I do want to put out there tonight, and I'm speaking for myself, is there has been a lot within the broader communities I travel with about what's going on at the Standing Rock Reservation. I'm not grateful this is happening. It's kind of awful. What I'm grateful for in this situation is the raising of consciousness about the fact that we still trample over the rights of Native people in this country, in the United States. That the era of breaking treaties with Native people that we want to believe is in our past, way back then, those people, not us, that it still happens, that it could happen, that a pipeline that a white community deemed not acceptable for their community which is what it was supposed to do originally, was go through a white community, that it's okay to trample on sacred land and to not listen to these Native people and to continue to violate treaties that we started violating, I believe, in 1850 with them. So I'm not grateful that's happening, but I am grateful for the consciousness being raised in so many circles around Native rights, and where do Native rights begin, and where should we be honoring them, and the importance of our water supply and of sacred land. So grateful for the consciousness and the learning that is coming from what is a bad situation, and praying for strength for myself, and most importantly for all of those on the front lines at Standing Rock who are lodging a peaceful, prayerful protest and being met with borderline military response. So, little digression there, but we start from gratitude. What are we grateful for? If we're here tonight, we have heat, we have somewhere to be that's safe, we have enough money to pay for internet service, so there's something going right in your life. And then we move into, okay, sure, but there's things that I need some strength for that I'm not sure I can do on my own. And so we put those prayers for strength out into the community and to the Holy One, as each of us may envision and experience it, to help us get through this next month. So let's talk about this next month for a moment. And it is the month of Cheshvan, and let me put this up on the screen for you. So as many of you know, there are several lenses that I've explored the Jewish wheel of the year through, and one was through tarot. And this is actually from the transparent tarot. And one of the reasons I love this deck is you can layer it like this and create new imagery and new symbolisms to understand the Wheel of the Year or whatever else you're querying. So in looking at this, it is guiding us from left to right, from Tishrei to Cheshvan in the middle, and then to Kislev on the right. And when you look at this, you see the scales of justice on the far left, and then you have the scythe in the center, and then on the right you have the rainbow of the Temperance card, the alchemical balance, the creation of something new through opposites. And so you can see where we are now is right in the middle in this cutting month. And that is actually the death card. And Cheshvan is, as many know, is often called Mar Cheshvan. It's bitter Cheshvan. And that's because we have no holidays in Cheshvan. Personally, I'm kind of grateful for a break after all of the high holy days, to get a chance to rest and recuperate, hopefully a little bit. Although I have to say, this month is giving no rest so far coming up. So I'd be curious from all of you what you see in this moving forward, in this progression of the cards from justice to death to temperance. And again, temperance really is the idea of tempering something, at least in my understanding. It's the alchemical idea of blending of opposites to create something new. And one of the ways that I've explored the month of Cheshvan is that it's a month of memory and harvest, because unless I'm speaking incorrectly, I think I'm accurate on this, it is also the month for the yahrzeit of Rachel Imenu, Rachel the matriarch. And so that is yet another element of this month. And there are several other yahrzeits celebrated in Cheshvan too, historic or mythic yahrzeits that are here. So, let me share, especially with the crowd we have, the majority of the crowd we have tonight. So we have Rachel Imenu. We also have Emma Lazarus, Hannah Senesh, and Anzia, I'm going to say this name terribly, Anzia is, I'm going to post this one for y'all. Anzia Yeziarska. That is one Eastern European name. There we go. That's her name. So many associations for this month that are happening, and many of them around remembrances, shall we say. And yes, Aluma, I love it. Justice cuts through the alchemical process. It does. It's that is always the question, is what happens, and it is the reaping of the wheat there. This is sort of like my name card in a lot of ways. Katsira is the reaping, it's the wheat harvest. So that card is little me. But it's also clearing space for something else to happen, because the way this image goes, it almost looks like you have the wheat being cut. Wait, I'll put it back for a second. The wheat being cut in the center, and it's feeding that fire that feeds into the rainbow that reaches the cup. So as a balancing it that way, that's what's creating the fire. So just a little drashing on the month of Cheshvan. So we move towards the closing of our service. And the closing of our service is an opening to blessings. And the idea is to take a few minutes now. We've had some very conscious offerings that we've given of gratitude and of needs for strength in this month. And so now we take a moment to open. And this is a chant that I wrote a year or two ago for Cheshvan. And it's feeling really present tonight. I'm a little surprised. I thought about changing it, but there's so much going on that this one sort of feels really right tonight. I want to explain, it's in your Siddur, but I want to explain one word if you are not familiar with it. I know many of our people here tonight are, but if someone's watching this later, or for the people who aren't associated with Kohenet that are here tonight, I want to explain the word mekonenet, which is an important one to understand for this chant. So the mekonenet is the mourning woman, M-O-U-R, the professional keeners from the Tanakh. Pretty sure, and I bet someone can correct me on this, it's in the book of Isaiah that they call on the mourning women to keen in the streets. And that word that's used is mekonenet. And so it's directly a reference to these professional mourners from biblical times. And it is also one of the netivot, one of the pathways of Shekhinah, the divine presence, that we acknowledge and work with within the Kohenet community, my community, outside of OneShul. So that is where that word comes from. Jeremiah, thank you, Alima. I knew somebody would tell me and correct me on that. So sorry, it's in Jeremiah, not Isaiah. And it is in there, and the Hebrew is in your Siddur if you want to look that up underneath the main text of the chant. So just take a moment to center yourself, to ground yourself, to be here now. Bring to mind what it is you are grateful for in this month that is ending. Bring to mind all of the many things that you may need strength for in the month that is opening. And then let's use this chant and any silences in it to listen for the still small voice, so we may receive blessings of gratitude and strength and opening. Makonanet, make us remember. Makonanet, make us remember. Makonanet, make us remember. Open our eyes to suffering, open our hearts to their pain. Open our eyes to suffering, open our hearts to their pain. Mekonanet, make us remember. Mekonanet, make us remember. Mekonanet, make us remember. Open our eyes to their suffering. Open our hearts to their pain. Open our eyes to suffering. Open our hearts to their pain. Mekonanet, make us remember. Mekonanet, make us remember. Mekonanet, make us remember. Open our eyes to suffering. Open our hearts to their pain. Open our eyes to suffering. Open our hearts to their pain. Mekonanet, make us remember. 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 And as always, I am so grateful for all of you for being here tonight. Aaron, for joining us at the very end. I'm actually a little amazed anyone made it tonight. The time was posted wrong as 9 o'clock for a little bit. It was also location said Facebook for a little bit. It's also a few days early for Rosh Chodesh, but I'm grateful to see you here, Aaron. It's nice to see you. I haven't seen you in a little bit. May this month of Cheshvan, this month of mourning, this month of huge changes that are happening in the world around us, may we call on the Mekonenet, may we hear her cry, may we hear her keen, so we may open our eyes to the suffering of others, that we may open our hearts to their pain. This is not going to be an easy month in this country, in the United States, for those who are here from the US. It is a month where we must dig deep to our deepest wells of empathy, and whichever of the many challenges are calling to you, whether they are personal, whether they are national, whether they are global, I pray for you, for me, for us all, that the Mekonenet, the mourning woman, that her cries spur us on to empathy, to justice, to transformation, to mourning what is passing, and rebuilding in that space from the tears. So, Chodesh Tov to you all. I hope to see you here again very soon. We do have Shabbat services coming up in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to check this so I say it right. So we have Shabbat services on November 4th. That is at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. And Kohenet Devorah Kalila will be leading those services. She has a really beautiful, unique style of service that's based in the concepts of the ancient temple offerings. If you've never been to one of her services, can't recommend it enough. It's something you'll only ever experience with her. It's very much her unique voice in the world. And then on the 18th of November, I'll be back for Shabbat services again. We, of course, have Challah Club going, loving the participation on that. And then Tikkun Tuesday will hopefully be back. I'll remember to get that posted for everybody. And we will see what else we can do as a community moving up. I'm hoping this month to be able to onboard some new volunteers who have raised their hands that I'm so grateful for and haven't had time to meet with at all, to keep things moving. And to really help us build our programming for us all, to support us all. So, Laila Tov, Chodesh Tov. I will see you all again here very soon. And let me see who's singing us out. Tema will be singing us out again tonight. Chodesh Tov all.
Shekhinah El Shaddai, Ima Ilaha Tzemtzemai. Shekhinah El Shaddai, Ima Ilaha Tzemtzemai. Summoning, embodying, sacred she who dwells within. We celebrate, we co-create, me and the goddess, we are king. Shekhinah El Shaddai, Ima Ilaha